What's up, RoyalSpartan Tribe? This is RoyalSpartan125, back for yet another great reaction. This is why I left the boys in the asylum. This is Eddie's side of what happened after he left the asylum. Okay. Yeah, someone tells me he got kind of freaked out. Maybe there's something he saw or something he felt. You know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want to do it. Who knows? Let's find out. Yeah. Okay. Let's jump in.
Muchachos, I have been excited for everyone to finally see the Haunted Asylum video on the boys channel. And now that it's out, I get to finally talk about it and go into detail because I feel like this deserves an explanation, especially after I did this. I can't do it anymore, muchachos.
What?
I can't do it anymore.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, we had faces on the windows, we had doors closing. I don't with this shit, bro.
Have you seen the videos you upload on your channel? Come on, let's go. We're almost at the dining hall. Come on, Eddie. Come on.
I physically feel ill, Josh. The energy in this place is with me.
What? Serious?
I'm serious. Except this time, I may not.
Why are you saying it with a smile?
I may not come out with a clown costume.
Yes, no. What are you doing? What are you planning? Huh? Do you have a James outfit?
I'm going back to the hotel. I'm gonna go to sleep. Later.
Oh yeah, like you'll actually go. Oh.
So I left because I physically could not keep going, and I'll tell you why. So let's start from the beginning of the experience, and we'll go over all of the stuff that happened and give you more context of my individual experience and what I was feeling, what I was going through, and the things that were happening around us that were actually affecting me physically. And I know Mully said, do you see the videos that you make? And I get a lot of comments saying, oh, Eddie's supposed to be the king of horror and this and that. Like, first of all, what do I always say? What is my one phrase that I say every single video? I said it before and I'll say it again. What is it? Mexicans don't do this shit, man. And also, don't f with possessed shit. I make fun of the people who actually go and do this kind of shit because this kind of shit never ends well. Yes, I love horror, but it's one thing to experience it behind the screen than to actually be living it.
I have to admit, I'm with him on that one. I'm not into. I mean, I like watching horror movies. I like watching horror videos, and all that, you know. But I wouldn't. I don't necessarily believe the stuff, but I also don't want to be a part of it either. Just in case I'm wrong. I've said this before, and yeah. I'm with Eddie on that one. Yeah, it's one thing to experience it when you watch it on screen. I would not want to experience it in person. No.
So no, nothing has changed. I've always been a little bitch when it comes to horror. I've also come to learn something about myself recently through all of these experiences, the clown motel and the asylum. I'm a very energy sensitive person. That means I'm affected by the energy around me. If the people around me are happy, I get happy. If the people around me are sad, sometimes I get sad depending on who it is and whether I like them or not. But like, for example, I had no idea the kind of place the asylum was. I had no idea that over 10,000 people had died there. I had no idea that this was one of the most haunted places in Australia. Even just setting foot in this place, you could feel it. I mean, I felt like as soon as I stepped in, the lobby wasn't so bad, but you could just feel this draining energy. Like, I felt instantly nauseous. That could have also been because the previous night I partied really hard. I was not in a good place that day to begin with. But yes, I am a very energy sensitive person. I feel my way around things.
How's that working out for you? Couldn't tell.
If something doesn't feel right, I'm probably not gonna do it. Now, with that said, let's start from the beginning. We got to the asylum during the day, and you could watch this in the bonus scenes and the members content. Become a member of the boys to get bonus content every week. It's worth it. And we got to tour the place before we actually filmed when it got dark. Now, this is the Airedale Lunatic Asylum, and the things that happened here were fucked up. I get chicken skin just thinking about it. Like, people were getting sent here for like the dumbest reasons, and it wasn't because they had any mental issues. Like, they had a list of reasons why people would get sent here. Things like woman problems, laziness, marriage of son. Like, these are so dumb. Superstition, smallpox, grief, greediness. So basically, if you were just anything under perfect, you would get admitted here.
Greediness, grief, marriage of son, just a few of them. Oh, it's crazy. Wow. Okay. I'd be in there. Definitely. Laziness would definitely, maybe more than a few others as well. Definitely. Yeah. I'd definitely be admitted.
So innocent men, women, and children of all ages would get sent here. And the only separation was by gender, not by age. Think about that for a second. You had the men's ward and the women's ward. Now here they would perform shock therapy. Thousands of lobotomies were performed on patients. So when you would get sent here, let's just say you were a rowdy kid acting up. You get sent here and the first thing they do is give you a lobotomy, basically turning you brain dead. Of course it looks like they fixed you. Their theory was like, oh, this shit works. Let's keep doing it. We posted a members only video of the tour that we got, and the tour guide goes into all the gritty details if you're interested. He took us to the superintendent's office. I instantly felt like I wanted to collapse. Best way I can explain it is like the feeling you get in a roller coaster, not the first drop, but after the first drop. So you get the first drop, you get the butterflies in your stomach, and then that lift coming out of the first drop where you feel like your whole body's getting squished down. That's what that shit feels like. And it's like instant. I walked into the superintendent's office with the group, and I just felt drained and heavy, and I felt like throwing up. And then the tour guide explains that the superintendent put himself in the forever box in that office, and he points to the corner, and I'm like, no wonder I feel like this. And then he says, yeah, it's very common for people to feel nauseous as I'm feeling nauseous and dizzy. So before the video even started, I was already full on chicken skin, full on just completely drained.
Yeah.
I felt the heaviness of the place, the suffering of the people there, and I wanted to push through for the sake of the video. So I went as long as I could. Let's watch. So this first part is actually in the nurses' quarters. This is where the nurses
remember
would
this.
room.
I remember
There
this
wasn't
part.
really many tragic things that happened in this building, but there's still activity here. And it happened to us when we were filming. So we had a tour guide with us that would kind of step out of the way. She would open the building for us and then just kind of say go, because there's no way we would know how to get out of this place. It's like a giant prison and there's no electricity. The only source of light is literally from the camera. So she told us to play a game where we go down the hall. One of us goes up the stairs, goes all the way down the hall, and then comes down from the back end, and that's, you see it in the video as we're playing that game, and it's the scariest fucking thing. I was trying to muster up the energy to do it, and then this happened.
Here, we're the boys, we're queer, we're gonna do it one at a time. That's right.
It's scary up there. I'm not going upstairs.
You think I'm gonna fucking go up the hall and towards the noise that just happened? Hell no!
No.
I'm getting chicken skin thinking about it, muchachos. You could barely hear a thud in the microphone of the camera, but in real life, it was like big thumps and clanking of pipes from that direction where Mully just came from. It was like we were just disturbed something. And things were pretty manageable right before that happened. But once that happened, I'm telling you, the air just changed. And there was no fucking way that I was gonna go up there by myself and walk down that creepy ass hallway.
Yeah.
So I bitched out because I'd rather live to say I'm a bitch than die being a dumbass. Look, Josh was scared too.
So if you roll it, it moves. So now that the hallway...
Great job. So if you roll it, it moves. I was scared, cabrones. I was trying to say, so if you roll it, it lights up. But no, I went full on stupid. By the way, those things came on in the church. And Juicy told me that they also came on later on in the video when the music box started playing, but the camera wasn't there to see it. So this is Juicy coming down the hall, and this was another part that was pretty terrifying. And here's why. We're all looking down the hall, expecting Juicy to come out through that shadow because all you can see is just the dark end of the hall, and it's hard to see it in the camera. But when the light is shining that way, of course, the only thing behind you is your shadow because the light is directly at you. But when you're that far away, you and your shadow kind of blend in together, and the way Juicy was running was like combined with his shadow. It seriously looked like something else was running towards us, and it might as well could have been. But you can see how we all collectively freaked the fuck out when we realize that might not be Juicy coming towards us.
Juicy! Why does he look like that? Whoa, that looks scary.
You see that? For just a second, when Mully says, whoa, that looks fucking scary.
Juicy! Why does he look like that? Whoa, that looks...
Look at that. It's just like a shadowy figure coming towards us. That did not look like Juicy. And the closer he got to us, the bigger the shadow became. So, like, it was just this distorted black thing running towards us.
Scary part. That scared the out of me, man.
Anyway, so other than the noises in that place, nothing else really happened.
Yeah, and the way he was running didn't help. Oh, I love it. Great.
That's where they keep that guy from Conquer. Are we on upstairs? Yes.
Yep. Let's go.
So then we all went up there together and walked the hall and actually explored it.
You can
Look at me, bro.
I was about to say you can actually see how scared they look.
Stiff. I didn't want to look to my left, and I did not want to look to my right because those rooms were creepy, and it felt like there were people in there. I was focused. Keep your eyes to the
Straight
front,
ahead.
and this will be over soon.
How does it feel to be walking around?
I keep feeling people on my left, like in my ear.
Yeah.
Oh man, you can tell how scared I was,
Yeah.
because I was not cracking jokes or doing anything to disturb the place. I just wanted to keep my head low and get out of there as quickly as possible.
Eddie, how you feeling, man? You alright?
I'm feeling up, man.
Alright, well, we'll just see
Yeah,
how we
he
go.
looks it.
We'll keep going.
Yeah.
That was actually a genuine concern from Josh. Like, that was not a part, that was like, I didn't expect the editor just to put that in, but Josh was genuinely concerned because I didn't look right. By the way, the temperature was almost freezing cold. It was almost to the point where you could see your breath.
Just at the nurse's infirmary, and right now we are on our way to the chapel, because back in the day, they even believed if you didn't go to church, you could be sent here. I don't really believe in religion, but when it comes to supernatural, I've seen my fair share. So
then we went into the church, and this is where things really started kicking up a notch. And there's something I want to explain here that obviously is not in the video because I didn't find this out until later. But yeah, if you didn't follow religion, that was also a reason to get sent here. And all the patients were required to go to church. Often. This whole asylum is like a small self-sustaining town. They have the chapel, they have bakeries, they have a butcher, they have a whole building with sewing machines where they would make their own straitjackets. This place was worse than actually going to prison because in prison you can actually leave at some point. So we're at the chapel and first thing we hear is footsteps on the roof. Then this fucking thing starts going off in the front row.
it's not emotion. It's
What is it?
it's if someone touches it, it only goes off with touch.
That thing only goes off when you touch the actual bulb, when something breaks the electromagnetic field surrounding the bulb, not the box, the actual bulb. And as you see in the video, Josh tests it out. It only goes off in that front left row, which brings me to these pictures I took. You can see me taking them in the members only video. When the tour guide is at the front of the chapel explaining all the details, I thought, oh, let's see if this place is actually scary. I'm gonna take a picture, whoop, and then I'm gonna take another picture, whoop, and see if there's a ghost. These pictures are not edited. You can hear me point this out the second after I took them. There's something on the left. I don't know what it is. That's not camera shake. Camera shake, I've never produced a...
When it cut to the photo, I instantly thought that the guy sitting on the chair was what he saw. Oh, that made me jump. I couldn't help it.
There's something on the left. I don't know what it is. That's not camera shake. Camera shake, I've never produced a picture out of my phone with camera shake that has a big artifact like that. So I thought I'll leave it alone. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together until I got to my hotel later and my jaw dropped. And I'm getting chicken skin thinking about this. But that smoky figure in the picture is coming from the area of where this thing kept going off. Later on, I tried this same thing. I took a picture of these 2 idiots while they were trying to get touched. Oh, I wonder if I'll catch a ghost behind them. And then when I tried to look at the picture, this happened.
My heart is filled to the brim.
Yo, I can't look at him.
What do you mean?
I just went to my camera roll. I tried looking at the picture I just took of you guys.
What?
He took a picture of you, of me touching you.
No photos or videos.
What? What?
So that to me meant I think I just lost all my photos and videos, but most importantly, something doesn't want me taking pictures here because that has never happened to me on my iPhone before. I don't think I've ever seen a message like that on an iPhone. So I restarted my phone, I opened my camera roll, and there was the picture there. Nothing was on it. It was just a normal picture, thank God, but I erased it.
Okay, I've already said before that I'm very skeptical about stuff. To me, okay, yeah, it could be something freaky, it could be something supernatural, fair enough, but most likely it's just a glitch. A phone glitch. Like, I don't know what most people are like, but I tend not to restart my phone a lot. I tend to keep it running. And every so often to get a glitch, maybe something doesn't work, or maybe I can't take phone calls or something like that there, and you have to restart your phone. It could be something like that. And as soon as you restarted it, it started working again. To me, that's probably just a glitch, you know?
Because I got the message and I didn't want to bring anything home with me. At this point, we head over to the women's ward, but what I am dreading the most is going to the men's ward. Because from what the tour guide said, that is the most f***ed up place, and the stories they said they experienced, and the fact that one of the tour guides themselves did not want to go into a certain building because of how aggressive it is there. There's no fucking way I'm gonna test that theory. Hell no. Especially not with the way I'm feeling.
Feel the difference in
Yeah,
space
instantly.
when you come in, can't you?
Yeah, instantly you can feel it.
This has a very distinct smell.
Yeah, you can really smell like
You're already
Look at
going
that.
off. You're already consistently holding.
So anyway, the women's ward, we stepped in there and I immediately felt a different energy there. It felt different. It smelled like nasty ass carpet, ass and Cheetos. But for me, somehow it felt a little bit comforting. I felt a little bit safe until this happened.
Listen.
What?
That is literally talking.
I'm freaking out a little.
Somebody just touched my hair.
Get
No, I'm not kidding.
no. Eddie, nobody touched you. I was literally looking at the back of your head.
Was it you?
No,
I was
nobody.
watching you as well. I didn't see it. No one touched you.
Something like I felt like it grabbed like. Was it you or you with me?
I'm not with
I
you.
was looking.
There was seriously muttering happening. You could hear like a distant conversation that wasn't us, and we all heard it. It's hard to hear it on the microphone. Obviously, there's things that the mic can't pick up, and I wish that wasn't the case. Immediately afterwards, it felt like something grabbed my head. Like they placed their hand like this. It was like a gentle touch. I've never felt anything like that. Like, you know when you feel the back of your hair, or the back of the hair on the back of your neck stand up because you're scared or something? That's one thing, but actually physically feeling someone touch the back of your head, it's very distinct. There's no explanation to that, and I felt that, but I didn't feel threatened because I didn't feel like my hair just got pulled, or it didn't feel aggressive. The energy in this place was a little bit comforting. So even though that was like weird and creepy, it gave me a sense of comfort, thinking, okay, I'm probably in a safer place of the entire ward because this is the women's ward, and it almost felt like the touch of a mother. It was weird.
This is the solitary room. This is what the ward was, with the beds and stuff.
When you walk in here, the air just feels. So many people died in these rooms. We're talking thousands of them.
Does this look like dried up blood to you?
It looks like so.
So this is another part of the f***ed up things that happened here. Like, those are scratch marks. This was solitary confinement. It felt f***ed up, man. Standing in that same room, knowing all the things that happened in there. And you can watch the full video for a deeper explanation as to things that happened in there.
Okay, I always hear people say stuff like that. You know, oh, knowing what happened in here, it just feels really weird, and then it feels wrong, and it feels. What if you didn't know? What if you didn't know what was happening in there? Yeah. What if you just go to that place with no knowledge of what they did, no knowledge of. Would you feel the same way? Would you get the same energy feeling? I don't know. That sounds interesting to me. You know, maybe they should do a thing where like half of them know the history of the place and half of them doesn't. You know what I mean? Or something like that. And then, you know, see what their experiences were and how they felt at the time. That could be interesting. To see if you're looking for real evidence, that could be really, yeah. So if anybody knows the boys are watching this right now, you might want to suggest something like that, yeah? Suggest that maybe they do a video, go to a place that's, you know, reportedly haunted, fair enough, but they don't know, like half of them doesn't know the history and half of them, the other half does, and see who feels what and all that, you know?
Standing in that same room, knowing all the things that happened in there, and you can watch the full video for a deeper explanation as to things that happened in there. But I was nearing the end of what I could physically handle. I mean, to couple that with the 2 hours of sleep I had the night before, I was not in a good place. Yeah, I remember this. This was this was just wrong, man. I being alone in the dark in the middle of bumf nowhere on the other side of the world in a haunted asylum with no cell service, no electricity, and nothing but one light. And we're trying to contact ghosts. I was a long way from home, muchachos.
Patricia, I got a Fortnite gift card with your name on it.
Oh, this makes my heart race when you turn off the light.
You should leave it off.
How do you think my heart felt, man?
Oh, I just felt a bruise on my face.
What the man?
What?
I felt like you reached out and touched me on the shoulder.
I didn't touch him.
My hands were in
He
my
was
pocket
genuinely
again.
scared. I didn't touch him. And that, with Josh saying he felt a cold breeze, it was already cold. And that room was sealed off. There's no way a breeze could get in there.
Entire time.
At the exact same time, I felt a bruise on my face that you said that.
Are you serious? You're being serious?
Yes.
I did not touch.
I'm not joking, dude. Let's get the out of me.
Okay, let's do it again.
I was
Everyone,
so
hands in
glad
your
that
pocket.
I was
Yeah,
so
hands
glad
in-
that I wasn't by that door. And then this happened.
Pocket.
We are looking here today for a Lucy, a Patricia, possibly James. If there is any one of you with us here today, could you make yourself known? What the bro?
Was that door closed? That door was open before.
The door is open. It just closed.
No one touched that door. The moment we heard the shut was when Alana turned the lights back on. I can't explain to you the mental gymnastics I had to play in my head to tell myself, there's an explanation to this. There's an explanation to this. And the other part of me saying, if there is actually a ghost here, it's friendly. I didn't know what to believe, muchachos. I was shitting my fucking pants. Now, while all this is going on, I'm hearing what sounds like a distant smoke detector. And with everything that was going on, I had forgotten that there's no electricity in this place, so how the hell could I be hearing a smoke detector? But because it's such a normal sound, I didn't think twice about that. That's why when we walked over to James's room, the chirping of the smoke detector was getting louder and louder and louder, and I was getting closer and closer to it, still thinking it was a smoke detector. Which is why when we finally got there and realized there was a spirit box, I had this reaction.
When you called its name, that thing started beeping from the other room.
That's what I was hearing.
That's not a smoke detector. That is the chirping from the spirit box.
So we'll just go ahead and sit around it and just ask you questions.
I'm getting chills, man.
What is this room?
This is the matron's office.
This was the peak for me. This is where I reached my limit. Because we were told that this little boy went through so much suffering because he was in the men's ward, which you could only imagine what might have happened to him, and came to the women's ward because it's more comforting, which is what the tour guide said. A lot of the apparitions and activity from children's spirit come from this part of the asylum because they find more comfort with the women. Now, I didn't see any evidence of that. This is just what the tour guides had said. So now I'm sitting here with this spirit box trying to contact the spirit of James, and I'm just wondering, how the did I get here, man? Immediately, I felt horrible, like extremely sad for the spirit of this child. At the same time, it was haunting, wholesome, and terrifying. I didn't know what to feel because I'm very hard to convince that ghosts exist. I believe there's a lot of unexplainable things out there, but here in this place, all I know is what I felt, and it felt real.
Did you just say Josh?
It just said Josh.
Sound like it.
What are you pointing at me for?
He said
You just said Molly.
How do you explain that? How do you explain that we all heard the same thing like that and had the same reaction? He clearly said Josh, and we all interpreted it as Josh, and we all said that he said Josh, and then he says Mully, and we immediately point towards Mully at the same time. 5 people hearing the same shit. This is where it got real for me.
Here, can you try really hard to tell us what your favorite food is? What is your favorite food?
Bananas?
I heard bananas.
Yes. James, we heard that answer very clear.
This drove me over the edge. Listening to the spirit box and seeing narrator stare off into the distance like this. I saw his reaction. I did not want to turn around. I immediately saw him look over like that. I did not want to turn around. I'm getting chicken skin just thinking about it. I knew he was seeing something, and I was not about to try and find out what the f it was.
Hey, Alana, can you shine your light over there?
Whoa, what the f?
You can barely see it from here, but being there, you could clearly see a blurry face behind the window of that door.
The window.
Oh, there's someone in the window. I'm out. I'm done. What?
No, it's just a light.
You sure?
No, there's someone out there. There's someone out there.
Moved. Who is that?
Look, right there. They moved back, and now you can just kind of see this blurry silhouette.
Who is that?
That moved, dude. Wait,
Yo,
wait,
yeah.
no, turn it back.
That's a person.
I'm out. Let's go.
And then it's
Wait,
gone.
is that James?
It moved. What?
James, is that you?
No, stop it.
James?
Don't disturb it.
Hold
Let's
on.
go.
Hold on, wait.
Wait, guys, come back, come back.
You can hear me saying, just don't f with it anymore. I'm out. I just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
I wanted to leave so bad. And in the back of my mind, I'm going, these motherfuckers are still going to go to the men's ward. I've reached peak, and these fools still want to go further.
James, was that you? Just say yes or no. Was that you in the window? You can tell us, James. Was that you?
That was yes.
That was a yes.
All right.
Really?
That's enough for me.
I saw it for ages, but I didn't know what it was.
And then I saw
It's from here. They were standing over
And then I
there.
saw it look to the side, and then you looked back and it was gone.
It walked that way.
Yeah. Dude, no, we haven't even been to the men's ward yet. That's the filthiest of all.
Let's go. I'm done.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
Bye, James.
Bye, James.
James.
Bye, James. Thank you.
Oh, did you hear that? Say that?
James?
It said James.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Is that shit busting, James? On God, on
The
God?
most important question.
Yup. He said, yup.
Did you hear that?
What did you say?
It was like, Josh,
Oh, no.
I'm not even
Calling you
kidding.
back.
He was calling out to Josh right before we all left. Maybe he didn't want Josh to leave him. It's just kind of sad to think about it. All I know is I have chicken skin, and that whole James situation is very tragic.
Just got locked in.
And then we couldn't
cannot
get out.
Open this door physically.
Wait, is this the way out?
We just could not get out. We called the tour guide over, and she even said herself, this has never happened before. It's like they didn't want us to leave.
If I can get a good grip here. No, you don't got any freaking. Yeah.
Oh,
That actually took a good 4 minutes of playing around with that door.
Free. Nice try, James.
All right, so we are now on our way to the dining hall. This is.
Whoa, what the f is that thing?
And this is where I decided to split from the boys. It was really hard for me to make that decision because obviously this is my channel too. And I'm the kind of guy that when it comes to work, I show up and I don't like making excuses and I do my best to deliver every single time. But you could tell from the beginning of the video, I was not present. Like, I was there, but I wasn't bringing it because I was physically ill and I reached my limit. I don't know if it was the lingering effects of the party from the night before, the fact that I had just 2 hours of sleep, the freezing temperatures, the heavy energy of the place just bringing me down and making me dizzy and nauseous, or a combination of all those things. All I know is that I was physically unable to keep going. I felt like I was gonna collapse, and if I was gonna collapse, I wanted to do it on a bed. So as much as I hated the fact that I couldn't keep going, I had to make the tough decision to leave. And it wasn't like the clown motel where I had a whole skit plan to scare the boys, get in a clown costume and scare the shit out of them, put on my acting cap and pretend like I was physically hurt. This was real. I had no plans to scare the shit out of them. I just wanted to go lay down. I mean, you go from the clown motel, which is kind of like goofy, spooky fun, to one of the most up places on the planet. Real tragedy, real suffering from tens of thousands of people in one condensed spot, and you could just feel that shit, man. But yeah, this hands down goes down as the most the place I've ever visited, an experience I will never forget, and a true reminder of how good most of us have it in modern society. Because by their standards, if I would have lived back then, I probably would have gotten sent to a place like this. Most of us would have. Yep. So I'm glad I don't have to live under the constant threat of being sent to a lunatic asylum. But at the end of the day, I was respectful and I made my peace with the place. I don't feel like I disturbed anything, and I'm glad. No regrets. But thank you so much for watching this explanation video. This video's gone on long enough.
Yes,
thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.
This is fierce. Okay, that is the end of the video. I enjoyed that. You know, it was funny, and revisiting the Asylum video, that was pretty good. Yeah, I do not envy him at all. I would definitely not go out to someone like this alone. You know what I mean? No. Even if it was like a guide there or whatever, no, not by myself. Maybe if other people were there, I possibly would go, yes. You know? But I don't know. You don't have to know the people pretty well. Like, they all know each other. And, yeah. I don't see it happening, personally. But, you never know. You never know. No one knows what the future holds, as they say. But I enjoyed this one. Hope you liked it too. And if you liked the reaction, let me know in the comments section. Let me know if you want more boys. I know you guys, some of you said, oh yeah, do more boy stuff, nobody else does them, and all this. But yeah. Until next time, I am out of here.